It's been 6 years since Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill broke up, but the drama surrounding their relationship is far from over. Now, Nicki is exposing Meek Mill for allegedly being violent during their 2-year relationship, revealing some shocking details that have left fans stunned. Did he really spit on her? Honestly, I wasn't the only one who thought Nicki and Meek were a random couple. They started dating in 2015, and even though they were both famous rappers in the same circles, no one really expected them to get together. But they did, and for a while, things seemed to be going well. Meek even joined Nicki on tour as her opening act for the North American leg of her Pink Print tour. They dated for about 2 years, but things eventually went downhill, and they broke up. At the time, we didn't know exactly why they split, but there were rumors that their relationship had turned toxic, especially toward the end. They frequently threw shade at each other on social media, which added fuel to the fire. But things really took a turn when Nicki posted a snippet from her docuseries, Queen, the documentary which was set to stream on HBO Max. The clip was less than a minute long, but it was clear she shared it because it carried a lot of weight and emotion. It offered a rare glimpse into Nicki's personal side, showing a vulnerability that fans hadn't seen before.
When my mother would let my father be violent with her, and she always brings up the story as a little girl, I would stand in front of my mother and go like this. And I vowed, that's why I'm, maybe some people would describe me as abrasive or bitchy or whatever, because I vowed from that age, no man would ever abuse me, call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden, that was my life.
Nicki Minaj got visibly emotional when discussing her past experiences, and it was clear that it was something deeply personal and difficult for her to talk about. In a snippet she shared, she opened up about her struggles, but never named names or pointed fingers at anyone, leaving the identity of the person who hurt her unclear. She didn't give a specific timeline or any clues about when this happened or who the person was, making it impossible for people to pinpoint who she was referring to. However, things took an unexpected turn shortly after the clip aired and the announcement of Nicki's docuseries came out. Meek Mill sent Nicki a cease and desist letter, demanding she stop mentioning his name. This was interesting for several reasons. Nicki had been in a long relationship with Zachary Samuels before she dated Meek Mill, and after their breakup, she dated Nas for a while. So it could have been any of those men. Yet, Meek was the only one to react so strongly, which made people suspicious. The timing of Meek's letter made many people speculate that he might be the man Nicki was referring to, especially since he was the only ex to take such a defensive stance. This only fueled the rumors, and soon, old videos of the two resurfaced. In one particular clip, Meek seemed to be treating Nicki poorly in public. Initially, Nicki was smiling, but after Meek said something to her, she quickly looked down, clearly uncomfortable and upset. This moment added to the speculation that Meek could have been the one who was abusive toward Nicki. Additionally, Meek's continuous shading of Nicki, especially after her engagement to Kenneth Petty, further raised eyebrows. He even recorded a song that dissed her, which many saw as a petty response to her personal life. All of this combined made the situation even more complex and left fans and the public wondering about the true nature of their relationship.
This shit beyond me. You was supposed to be my Beyonce, now you this nigga fiance? What? Fuck you mean you full of connection? He listen to you, what? This nigga with Balenciaga with bootcut jeans.
The drama between Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill reached new heights in 2020 when they ran into each other while shopping, sparking a heated argument that escalated so much that security had to escort Meek out of the store. However, this confrontation wasn't the end of it. Meek was caught liking a shady post on the Shade Room, which Nicki took as an attack, especially since it mentioned her husband, Kenneth Petty, and his style. Nicki then took to Twitter, firing shots at Meek with some harsh words. She tweeted about how he'd been talking about her man for over a year, mentioning how he went to her page only to be blocked, and accusing him of not moving on. Nicki also posted on her Instagram stories, calling Meek a clown and suggesting that he only wanted attention by stirring up drama online. The situation took an even darker turn when she implied that Meek had been abusive toward her when they were together. Meek fired back, claiming that Nicki was trying to ruin his career with accusations that he abused women. He even brought up her brother's past conviction and implied that Nicki had been covering it up. He continued to accuse her of trying to manipulate the situation and destroy him. In his tweets, he also defended himself against the accusations, stressing that he never hit women, and he was done discussing Nicki in the media, especially since he had a pregnant girlfriend to focus on. The exchange sparked a massive debate on social media, with some people supporting Nicki, while others sided with Meek. There were plenty of comments questioning the timing of her claims and whether they were truthful, with some accusing her of lying for attention or career damage. Others, however, pointed out the struggles women face when speaking out about abuse, noting that many people, especially the public eye, often don't get the support they deserve. Nicki did face criticism for not speaking out sooner, but she remained firm in her truth, saying she wasn't going to stay silent anymore. Meanwhile, others rallied behind her, emphasizing the importance of believing women who speak out, regardless of their celebrity status. Despite the drama and differing opinions, the situation exposed a deeper issue regarding how women are treated when they come forward about abuse. In the end, Nicki Minaj seemed to move on from the whole ordeal, but the impact of the public's reaction highlighted the difficulties women face in being believed when they share their painful experiences.